And there we are. We are live right now. What is happening, YouTube? What is going on? What is good? Where are you watching from? Where are you watching from all around the world? This is an impromptu live that I'm doing right now. My name is Timothy Schultz. If you're new to this channel, many of you are not, but for the people that are, my name is Timothy Schultz. I'm the host of the podcast Lottery, Dreams, and Fortune. It showcases people that have overcome the odds in life, interviewing fascinating people, including lottery winners, of course. And that is one of the things that happened to me back in the day, '99. Many people know this, but it is so. I love interviewing lottery winners. It's one of the things I'm doing, and I have several interviews coming up with lottery winners. I've also interviewed several, of course, lottery winners already on this channel. People that have won hundreds of millions of dollars, and people that have won a lot less than that too. It's really about the story rather than the amount, but it can be so life changing. It's extraordinary. I see people from the UK, people from where are you watching from? Let me know which country, which state. If you're in the United States, there are people from all over the world. The next interview I have coming out, actually, I'm super excited to share with you guys with Neil Trotter, who won Euro Millions, I believe in 2014. He won a massive, massive jackpot. It was over 100 million pounds from Euro Millions. I mean, think about that. Think about 108 million. That's just, oh my gosh. But his story is so incredible. I'm so excited to share it with you guys, as well as several others. And I'm going to be taking your questions live in this impromptu live. But there's some lottery news happening all over the world. One of the things I do on this channel, of course, is cover some of the craziest, most interesting, compelling news from around the world with lottery winners as well, because it's interesting. So let's take a look at a couple things that are just happening like as we speak right now. Just last Friday, there was a Euro Millions jackpot worth 109 million euros. Someone won this in France. That's I can think of 109 million things to do with that. It's incredible. I just posted this video yesterday, I believe, or the day before, of this woman in Maryland, the U.S. state of Maryland, who won the lottery twice. She was actually at the lottery headquarters in Maryland redeeming her prize. She was done doing that and walked literally across the street to this other store and played again. And she was using her grandson's birthday numbers that felt lucky to her, and she scored $50,000. She said that her jaw was on the floor when she saw that she won. And she also, one of the first things she's doing is going to Disney World. Have you guys been to Disney World? What do you think of that? What would you do? What would you do? What will you do? That's the important thing. What will you do when you win? Because it is possible. Anything and everything is possible, and that includes winning the lottery. It does happen. Hello, Neon the Phoenix is in the chat. Neon the Phoenix, I have to give a shout out to Neon the Phoenix because she messaged me today on Instagram. I'm on Instagram at official Timothy Schultz, and she's like, Are you inspired to do a live Q&A today? And so I thought, well, yeah, I might as well. So here I am. Neon the Phoenix, thank you so much. And thank you so much. Emily M says, I love your interviews. Hello, Ravino. Thank you very much. What is happening right now in the world of lottery? As we speak, the Mega Millions in the United States is a massive $122 million jackpot annuitized up for grabs this Friday. That's tomorrow. Well, depending upon when you watch this, but I mean, yeah, that's so much money. Euro Millions, 30 million euro Friday. Euro jackpot, 41 million. Lotto Max, 12 million in Canada. Malate, that's the most popular most popular lottery in Mexico. Malate, I know some of you are in Mexico watching this. 216 million. Powerball, look out for the Powerball, because right now, this coming, what is today? Thursday? Yeah, so this Saturday, the Powerball is a massive $500 million, $500 million. That is a lot of money. And these jackpots keep going up and up and up and quicker and quicker and quicker. And I think it's exciting. I don't know what you guys think. I think it's very exciting to see these massive record jackpots. It's fun because when you purchase a ticket, you are literally purchasing the dream. You have the right to dream about the what if, because you literally do have a chance, and somebody somewhere is going to be struck by lightning. Lotto 649 in Canada, 58 million. Mega Sena in Brazil, it's the most popular lottery in Brazil, 85 million, and that's for tonight. Mega Sena. So if you're in Brazil, watch out for that. But let me know, where are you located in the world, and what are your guest suggestions? Put those in the live chat. If this is no longer live and you're watching this, put those in the comments below. I love checking out your comments. And I did mention we have this interview coming up next with Neil Trotter that I'm so excited to share with you, who won Euro Millions. It changed his life in just so many ways. His story is fantastic. He's really into racing. He's gotten to pursue that. He's very much into his farm, but beyond that, I mean, he had some really things happen to him before he won the lottery that are really remarkable, that I can't wait to share with you guys. I also have an interview coming up with a near-death experience survivor, someone that has died, I believe, twice, and she's also won several lottery prizes, as well as someone whose family won 165 million from a Mega Millions jackpot in New York. And I know many of you have watched the last podcast interview that I did with $45 million lotto winner, John Falcon. If you have not watched that, I highly recommend it. You can check that out in my feed. But his story is really, really inspiring and interesting. And he actually had a dream about winning before it happened, and some experiences, which I can personally relate to, because that, of course, happened to me, that I had this very vivid dream about it before it happened. So interview Shane Misler, says Shannon, thank you for the suggestion. I absolutely want to interview Shane Misler. He has a really interesting story. He's one of the youngest lottery winners in history, as was I, but he won in Florida, and he won a massive prize not too long ago. But he also, I believe, well, I can't speak for him. We'll let him speak for himself when he gets on this channel. But he's really has an incredible story, very inspiring. Look forward to the new videos. Sherry Francis here. Sherry, thank you so much. She's a huge supporter of this channel. I really, really appreciate that. And what else is happening? There's this interesting story that just came out, I think today, out of England. I know some of you are over there, but people play the lottery all over the world. All over the world, there's these incredible stories. And this grandmother in England bought a lottery ticket after seeing two money spiders. So I don't know how many of you are into superstition, or if you see numbers, or if you're into numerology or anything. Things happen to you that inspire you to play. And this woman, this grandmother, saw these money spiders, and it inspired her to play, and she hit it big. She won £10,000 per month, every month, for the next 30 years. I mean, I just love hearing stories like that. I don't know about you guys. Powerball is growing, says Neon the Phoenix. That's true. $500 million. Massive jackpot. It goes up so quickly. I did produce a video about why that is happening, because there are a few reasons why that is happening, and it continues to happen. But I think that's super exciting. Hello from Rhode Island, Amber Lima. Let's dive into this live chat. Oh, one more shout out I have to give before I start this, dive into these live questions here. And this is also someone that messaged on Instagram, and I'm at official Timothy Schultz for anybody that is on there, that if you want to connect or follow my page. And so Mike from Instagram, because he was on the live the last time I did this, a week or two ago, he was on a live, and he said he asked some questions, and I wasn't able to get to his questions. I didn't even see them, in fact, but he messaged me. So it's like, okay, well, I promise you, Mike, I will get to this. And so Mike, in the state of New Jersey in the United States, apparently they're going to start, there's a proposal to start selling lottery tickets online directly through the website of the lottery. So rather than a third-party app, which a lot of places use, it's directly through the website in New Jersey, where the proposal is to start doing that in the fall of 2024. What do you guys think about that? Mike asked a question about, will that hurt the local stores? Will that hurt the grocery stores, the gas stations, the places selling the physical tickets, if you're able to just buy it online? And what do you guys think? What do you guys think about that? My hunch is that it won't hurt it, because it's two different ways of, like, if you prefer the physical piece of paper, for some people that just feels better, then you'd be apt, or if you're in a store, you'd be apt to buy it. Or if you're online, I mean, that'd be easier. My hunch is that the sales are just going to go up. That's what I think. But what do you guys think? Okay, let's dive into this live chat and get into some of these questions here. I like the convenience, says Alicia Blackhall. So you like the convenience of the online. Okay, Alicia, thank you for your comment. Physical copies are better, says D27A. So there are people, I mean, people that feel both ways, and people do win both ways too. It's true. It's true. And people win from these vending machines that have the tickets as well, of course. I know many of you have heard the story of this woman that won last year. I think she was bumped into this vending machine and then hit the wrong button, and then she won the jackpot. I'd love to get her on this show. Hello from Geneva in Switzerland. Hello in Switzerland, Fabrizo. Thank you so much for your support. Who says next Euro Millions super jackpot with 130 million euro, or yeah, will be September 29th. Ah, well, you heard it here first. Alex says, I've yet to buy one using the app, but I like the idea. That's interesting. Yeah, what do you guys think? Like purchasing in person versus the app. And I'm also going to get someone on here, probably more than one person, that can talk in depth about, on the back end of that, experts, because I've met some people that do own some of these apps, and it's genuinely interesting. After visiting California for 3 months and buy Powerball and Mega Millions here, I will be in Nevada next week. Big lottery, more winners. Big lottery. Wow. Big lottery, more. So many people, I mean, what do you guys think of? There's so many jackpots that are coming out of California. But it's a huge state and the population is enormous. So, I think that factors into it. But I do love California. I don't know about you guys. Don't crumble your lottery ticket in your pocket and forget about it, says Captain Morgan. That is good advice, Captain Morgan. That is good advice. You don't want to do that. There are billions of dollars each and every year of lottery prizes that go unclaimed. And one of the main reasons, of course, is that people just don't check their tickets. We played a win here in Cali, says Master Manifester Mindset. I like that energy. Absolutely. Hi from Michigan. Hello, Paris. Hello. Thank you so much for joining. I like going into the stores, though, and chit-chatting with the store owners, says Alex. Did you feeling of energy? Okay. Ana de Jesus asks a question. Did you feel the energy of winning soon? So I think what you're asking is, did I feel the energy of winning prior to when I won? I think that's what you're asking, but many people know that I had a dream about it that inspired me to, I believed that I was going to win after having this dream. So I suppose that's just how I felt. Tim, do you believe that seeing 777s and 888s have anything to do with winning the lottery? Kyle Witherman. Kyle, thank you for your question. I think that, what does that mean to you? I think if it means that to you, then it's all about how it feels to you. How does that feel to you? If you see, since I interviewed someone on that exact, one of the topics was numerology and that sort of thing. And since I did that, I pay attention if I see 333 or 777 and stuff like that. And I think that it's interesting. Some people are very much into that, and some people that have won major prizes have had occurrences of seeing numbers like that, and then they win. And some people think that's just a coincidence, but a lot of people think that it's not. It's interesting. It's a good question. Thank you very much. Just curious, what was the dream exactly? Trey J, I've spoken about that quite a bit on this channel, so I don't want to be too redundant for people that have already heard it quite a few times. But the dream was, and I have made videos about it too, so you can look through my feed and easily find some videos on it. But the dream was I was on an air mattress, basically just trying to put myself through college, working at a gas station for 40 to 60 hours a week. And I was just feeling down on my luck. And I sort of opened myself up to the universe and that sort of thing. If you believe in that, I certainly do. And I felt within this dream, I felt that it sounds kind of crazy, but I felt like I went out of my body in this dream and I experienced that I had already won the lottery. And it was very, very real. It was very real. It took a while to understand it hadn't happened. It was that real. So that's a very abbreviated version of it. Okay. Paris says, I'm a new subscriber. Love your channel. Paris, thank you very much. Thanks for subscribing. I really, really appreciate your support. That's awesome. That's going to change. Okay. Sheila Art says, Sheila Art is here. Hello, hello. So let me know your questions in this live chat or below this video if it's no longer live, and where are you watching from? So what did you do in the dream where you won the lottery? Asks Claire and Nanami. Claire, so what I did was it was more about how I felt about it. The first thing I thought was, now I get to pay off my debt. I get to pay off my vehicle. I just felt really, the euphoria that I felt in the dream was just like it was up here. Like I felt that it had already happened. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to do all these things. That's how it felt to me. How did you? Okay, Corolla Lola. I like that name, Corolla Lola. Hi Tim, how did you win the lottery? Did you choose your own numbers or did you buy lucky dip? Regards from the UK. Corolla Lola. Thank you so much for your question. For me, it was a computer generated pick. So that's how it was for me. Watching from North Carolina, Charlotte, Tyrone, yeah, Tyrone Baxter. Hello, thank you so much for joining today. That's awesome. What do you think about scratch-off lottery? Asks Shannon. What do I think about scratch-off lottery? I think it's exciting. I love seeing these stories of people winning on scratch-offs because it does happen. I've interviewed at least 2 people on this channel that have won major, major prizes from scratch-offs. One of the first interviews I ever did on this channel when I first started it was with someone that I saw him on My Lottery Dream Home, and I thought, well, this guy has a really interesting story, but Nick was his name, I believe, and I interviewed him, but he won a major prize. It was very, very interesting. I interviewed someone else that won $10 million from a scratch ticket in Missouri, the U.S. state of Missouri. What do I think of scratch-offs? I think exactly. Someone made the comment here. Alex made the comment. I think they're fun. I think they are fun. They can be fun. So, but never spend more than you can afford, of course. I have to say that. What computer program did you use to win? Douglas Jones. Douglas Jones. I used the computer program of I don't know, of God, of Holy Spirit, of the universe. I did not use a computer program. Maybe unless some people think we're living in like the Matrix, that sort of thing. In that sense, maybe I did, but no. In all honesty, I did not use a computer program. But thank you for your question, Douglas. I really appreciate it. Tim, what state did you win the lottery in? Dat Playboy AJ. Dat Playboy AJ has a name, man. So the state I won in was the U.S. state of Iowa, in the middle of the country. That's where I was at the time. Were you into spirituality before you won the lottery? Barbara Aceves. I may be mispronouncing your last name. If so, I apologize, Barbara. Was I into spirituality? I was. I strongly believed in God, and I believe that we're part of something much larger than ourselves. This is what I believed back then as well. So I guess the answer to that is yes. What was the first thing you spent your money on? NATO 420G. NATO 420G. That is a name too. What's the first thing I spent money on? Was a video game system for me. Yeah. Hey Tim, because I was 21. Hey Tim, did your belief in winning waver at any point after your win? Ryan Jordan. Ryan, thank you for your question. Did my belief in winning waiver at any point after your win? I don't think so. I'm not sure I fully, completely understand your question, but my belief in, I mean, I certainly believed that it happened. So, in that sense, my belief did not change. I mean, if anything, because I had this dream about it and then it happened, it was extremely surreal. And I had other things happen to me like that, not with the lottery, but with other things in my life. And I have plenty since then too. And so it was, if anything, it was just very, very surreal because just to dream about something and then it happens. And I'm not the only person. This happens to people all over the world all the time. It's very interesting. It's really interesting. I've interviewed a couple scientists about that topic too, and dream experts. It's interesting. Is it possible to play a U.S. lottery for somebody coming from Belgium traveling in the U.S.? Cali Dream, aka DeMello, throwing down the questions. Cali Dream. I believe the answer to that is yes. If you're not, you can play the lottery if you're in the United States and you're not a citizen of the United States. You can still play the lottery if you're in the United States and you buy a ticket. I believe the answer to that is yes. I'm just ready to win. Okay. Well, when you win, Tyrone, when you win, you got to come talk to me. We want to interview you on this podcast. Let's make that happen. Oh, Clara Nanomi with the 333 super. That is so incredibly kind and generous of you. Thank you very much for your support. It means the world to me and to my team behind the scenes that you feel strongly enough to donate. And it goes to licensing, footage, and I have an editor and different people working behind the scenes. So that's what it goes to for anyone that for that and for any donation. But your super is very, very generous. It really means so much to me. And so Claire and Nanomi says, wish me good luck for this Saturday's Powerball, $500 million, $500,000 jackpot up for grabs. Claire and Nanomi, I wish you so much luck. I wish you so much luck, and I hope that you remember me for an interview when you win, because that's gonna be huge. So good luck, Claire and Nanomi. And let's get to a couple more questions on here. May I ask how soon after the dream did you win? Emily, I might be mispronouncing that. For me, it was I believe 3 or 4 months. So a few weeks, a few months. Grisby, okay. Should someone ever take the lump sum payment, midnight madness? That's a good question. In the United States, as many of you know, if you win a major lottery jackpot, you can take what's called the lump sum, which is half of it right away, or the annuity, which is all of it in an annuitized amount before taxes, of course, over a period of, right around 29 or 30 years, right around that time. So many people, most lottery winners opt for the cash option, half right away, because for a few reasons, but one is that you make more on investments. You can make more on investments that way. But the annuity, I've met and interviewed people that have won or have chosen the annuity as well. And there's nothing wrong with that too. It's a lower interest rate, like super, super low, but it's also very secure. So, if you want to have a extremely secure income for 29 years, just coming out of that, then that might be the way to go. It just depends where you're at in life, I guess. And also, in addition to that, I always suggest talking to a financial advisor because everyone's situation is different. How much you win varies. Where you live, there are different factors, and what your goals are. Like, is your goal to grow the money? Then, the cash option might be better. That's just, I'm not a financial advisor, so take that with a grain of salt. But most lottery winners do opt for the cash option after speaking with experts. So how much do you, okay. All right, I'll watch. All right, this chat is going crazy. If you take a lump sum, what do you recommend investing in? NATO 420G. Well, again, it depends. I hate to give a general answer to that, but the true answer is it depends upon how much you win, and what your goals are. And that can really vary. Like if you win $1 million versus, I don't know, this massive $500 million Powerball jackpot that's up for grabs this coming Saturday, those are two completely different scenarios. And also, where are you coming from? Do you already have some assets? Like, what is your goal? To grow it? Or is it just to be very conservative and to make sure that it's just sticks around for the rest of your lifetime, or however many lifetimes that, the goals can really vary. So that depends upon that, really, that dictates where it should be invested. Have you ever done an interview with someone that has won actual second chance lottery scratchers? And when would you post new interviews on your podcast? Thanks, Timothy. Israel Arias. Israel, thank you so much for your question. I really appreciate that. I have interviewed a couple people. I don't think I have interviewed people that have won second chance scratch prizes per se. I'm sure I will at some point. I have interviewed a couple people that have won what's called the Millionaire Maker from Euro Millions. They both won 1 million. So that wasn't. But I've also interviewed someone that won, the jackpot of Euro Millions is over 100 million. So it really varies. But thanks for your question. Your second question was, when do you post your podcast interviews? I post them as often as possible. This channel, this podcast, everything I'm doing here is a labor of love. I put all of my energy, free time into it, and it's a labor of love. And so I put them out as often as possible. Having said that, it's been averaging about one per month, right about that. But my goal is to get it to one per week. And I know I will get there. I will get there because it's inevitable. As I get more people helping me behind the scenes and I can get more help, that will happen. That's definitely a goal of mine. It's going to happen. So thank you very much for your question. But right now it's about one per month. You can look for the next one coming out and probably within the next week. So watch for that. Okay, I'm going to win Euro Millions this weekend, says Mario. Mario, it's great to see you. And I wish you good luck, Mario. That's awesome. What is the video called for the Euro Millions? Video called for the Euro Millions winner of over 100 million. Well, that video has not been released yet, so it doesn't technically have a name, but the winner is Neil Trotter. Neil Trotter. He won Euro Millions in 2014. And I'm so excited to share that interview with you. He is so fascinating. He's so inspiring. And David Elliott says, hat looks good, man. David Elliott, thank you for the compliment. I really, really appreciate that, David. Thank you. You're too kind. Tim, you should hold contests every time you go live where you put a number from 1 to 1,000 and make us guess and reveal at the end. I like that idea. Eric. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Eric. I really appreciate that. I'll definitely, I will consider that. I'm also thinking about there's ways you can, with the lives, of course, to put other stuff. So right now we have this live stream of questions, but I could literally be putting images and video and all kinds of stuff integrating into this live, which I think is a good idea. I might be doing that soon. Okay, wow, I was just saying trivia and he skipped my question. Positive immersion. I did not see your question, positive immersion, but I think I answered it from another question I did see, but thank you for your comment. Timothy, was the trip to see the Northern Lights the first trip you took after winning the lottery? Neon the Phoenix, thank you so much for your question. I really appreciate that. The first trip after winning the lottery, I think, was to Disney World, or to that area down in Florida, to some sports games and stuff. But I did, of course, go, not right around the same time I did go up north in Canada. And because I mentioned this, I think last week, but we threw a dart at a map and that's where it landed. So that's where I went. And the Northern Lights are incredible. They're incredible. I don't know how many people have seen those. I had a dream similar to yours in May. What would be your advice to me? Asks Ryan Jordan. Ryan Jordan, thank you for your question. My advice to you, Ryan Jordan, is, this is what I say to a lot of people because it's true. I found it to be true, is what did the dream mean to you at the time? Did it, what did you come away with that from that dream? What did it mean to you at the time of having the dream? Because that's usually what dreams actually mean. And if if that were me and I had that dream, I would probably be playing the lottery consistently. But that's just me. That's what I would be. That's what I did anyway. That's what I did. But I never spent more than I could afford, and I couldn't afford a lot because I was working at a gas station for about right over a little over minimum wage. So, it's usually one ticket at a time. Oh, the 99-cent super from AM. AM, thank you so much, AM. That is so generous of you, so kind. Thank you very much. Your support, just it means a lot that you feel strongly enough to donate a super sticker to this channel. And I love that. I love that happy face with the dollar signs on the eyes. Thank you very much. That is too kind of you. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Sherry France with the $50 super here. That is really generous. Sherry France is such a huge supporter of this channel, and that is really, really generous of you, Sherry. Thank you very much. I hope all is well with you. That is so generous of you. Thank you very much. And it means so much. And so Sherry says, "Will you do a Halloween video, please, with the ghost emoji?" Yes. The answer to that is absolutely yes. Who loves Halloween? Who doesn't love Halloween? That's absolutely. Halloween is one of the best holidays on earth, in my opinion. I don't, I don't know what you guys think about that. What day of the year is Halloween this year? Is there a lottery jackpot happening on Halloween? I'm looking. I have to look this up. It's on a Tuesday, so I know at least there's Euro Millions in the United States is going to be happening on Halloween, and I'm sure some others around the world. So but we'll definitely make a Halloween video. Sherry Friends, that is too kind with a $50 super. That means the world to me. That is, thank you, thank you, thank you, and blessings to you. Did you get to keep the giant presentation check? Asks Yagami. Yagami, yes, I did. I did. I want to pull that thing out if I can find it. It's not it's not in this studio. Otherwise I would have thought about it already, but that's a good idea. I would love to have that for a prop. I need an umbrella, Sherry France. You're making it rain. Master Manifestor Mindset. That Sherry France is making it rain with a $50 super. So absolutely, I agree with that 110%. Did you get okay? What do you think of millionaires going into space? Would you do it? Asks Shannon. Shannon, thank you for your question. What do I think of that? I mean, well, if you haven't, so 1 million versus 500 million is a huge, huge difference. But let's theoretically say that you have hundreds of millions of dollars and you want to go to outer space. I don't even know how much it costs. I do know I did a video on what could you do with $1 billion. And I know with $1 billion you can go to outer space, but probably for less than that. What do I think of that? I think that'd be so exciting. That'd be amazing. Think of the views of the Earth that you could get from going up there. Be incredible. Be incredible. And I think it puts it in perspective too. When I've listened to some astronauts that have been up there that have come down, and they said that they just felt humbled and part of something much larger, because we're all part of something much larger. We're all literally connected. We are, whether you're spiritual or not. It's true. If you look at the Earth from outer space, it's amazing. Are you doing anything to attract another lottery win? John P. Jurgis. Jurgis. I think I'm mispronouncing your name. Thank you for your question. Well, you'll find out, John, when I interview myself. Timothy, so are you doing, I don't play the lottery very often, I'll put it that way, but if something inspires me to play, I absolutely will play, because I know that it can and will and is possible. Hello, Tim. Sorry for the repeat question. Nacho has a question. Nacho question. Okay, Nacho. Nacho says, did you feel something before it happened? Greetings. Thank you so much for all. It means the world for the human beings. So much love. Nacho, thank you very much. That is really, really kind of you. I really, really appreciate your support. That really means a lot. And your question is, did you feel something before it happened? Yes, I did. I felt like it was going to happen. I told a lot of people that it's going to happen. I believed that it's going to happen. So, and I felt very lucky that particular day too. I had some really crazy things happen to me that particular day, and I just felt very in the moment, and I felt like it was going to happen, and then it did. And some people think that's coincidence. A lot of people think that it's not, but that's how it happened for me. Thank you for your question. Jameson Rucker with a $5 super. Jameson, thank you very much. That is very, very generous of you. Thank you very much, Jameson. Jameson Rucker says, your positivity keeps me striving towards my lottery dream and lets me know that I'm going to win one day. Thank you, Tim. God's timing. Jameson Rucker, thank you very much for the generous super, but also, I mean, you sound like a very, very positive person. You value the positivity as well. I think positivity is very, very important. And, anything and everything is possible, Jameson, and everyone watching this, as you know, many of you know, that anything and everything is possible. People overcome the odds every single day, not just with the lottery, but with all kinds of things in life. If you believe, you don't see it as an obstacle, and you believe it's possible, and then you take action steps to put yourself to achieve your dreams, it absolutely is possible. In the now, the power of the present is so important. What is luck? Kiepsa Lopez. Kiepsa, I might be mispronouncing your name. If so, I'm sorry. But what is luck? That's a really, really good question. And that's one of the topics I'm exploring on this channel and through some of the guests that I've been interviewing. And some people think that luck is just dumb luck, right place at the right time. And a lot of people think that there is more to it. And I think when you look at a quantum level through quantum physics, you will see that, with everything there really is more to a lot of it, with that sort of thing. I could go on and on. I don't know. I don't want to say too much about that, but I will if you're interested, if you want me to. But I have some strong opinions on that. I think it's very fascinating. What is luck? It's such a good question. I've asked a couple scientists about that very question as well. And from the scientific perspective, sometimes things are apt to happen before they happen for a number of reasons, and we can affect things outside of our bodies. And that's a whole nother, some people are like, oh, that is just so crazy just to think that. But I'm just talking about what the science is showing. And it does sound kind of crazy but it's not once you break it down. If you just do some research and look it up, it's interesting. Were you discouraged by losses before your win? Alicia Blackhall. Alicia, first of all, thank you for the 279 super. That is very, very generous of you and very kind. And I really appreciate your support and for supporting this channel. This is a labor of love, and thank you very much, Alicia. That means the world to me. Thank you very much. And your question is, were you discouraged by losses before your win, Alicia? I'm sure I was disappointed. I know that I was disappointed, but I wasn't. I don't think I always believed after having that dream that it was going to happen. So I wasn't thinking all of a sudden, oh, well, maybe that was just, maybe there's nothing to that dream. Like, I never thought that. I just thought, well, not today, but, someday my time is going to come. And that's what I thought. That's the way I thought about it. And some other lottery winners I've interviewed have felt similarly. I asked them the very same question: were you discouraged before you won? Because one woman actually, she got so close, Anne Canavan from Ireland, Northern Ireland, I believe, and she won. Speaking of Euro Millions Millionaire Maker, I believe that's the price she won, £1 million, I believe. And she said something similar, where the time she did not win, she just felt, well, whoever won, I wish them the best. My time is coming, which I think is a positive attitude to have. But I was, of course, disappointed the times I didn't win. But hey, it can happen. Anything can happen. And if you play the lottery, you are putting yourself in a lightning field with a chance to win. $9.99 super from the real B. The real B. Thank you very much. That is real. That is thank you very much. The real LB. The real LB. Thank you very much. That means so much to me. That is so generous of you and so kind of you, and just the fact that you feel strongly enough to donate a super to this channel is amazing. And I wish you good luck. Thank you very much if you play the lottery. And if you don't, that's okay too. But the real LB, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Neon the Phoenix with the $2 super. Neon the Phoenix, thank you very much. You are too kind. Neon the Phoenix is the person that inspired me to get on this live today, because she messaged me on Instagram, and I'm at official Timothy Schultz, and asked if I was doing one. So I was like, okay, well, let's do it. Let's make it happen. And so Neon the Phoenix has this question: when visualizing, what's your favorite songs? Neon the Phoenix, that's an interesting question. I'm, for people that don't know, I'm into running. Like I run, I also, lift weights or do Muay Thai and kickboxing and all this stuff. But when I run, I listen to music. And when I do that, have you ever heard of the runner's high, that sort of thing? Well, I get into this space, and this happens to a lot of people that run and do different things, where you're just sort of listening to music, and it can take you to another place, and you just sort of visualize what you want to achieve, or that's what I do anyway. And I find it very therapeutic. I love that. But other than that, like if I'm meditating or something, I don't listen to music. But if you do, that's okay. But I do when I run, which I think is sort of a form of meditation, really, because you get into this, you're in this flow state. They talk about the flow state, and you're in this flow state, and you just sort of visualize what you want to be visualizing. And it's amazing. And it's very therapeutic. And Sherry France with oh my gosh, as if the $50 super wasn't enough. Sherry France with a $5 super, which is very kind of you. Thank you very much, Sherry. And she says, I started playing the Heart Foundation lottery in New Zealand, mentioning as I know there are other New Zealanders here. Well, the Heart Foundation lottery, that's interesting. So first of all, not if, because I know people are watching from New Zealand. If you are, then thank you so much for joining. And wherever you're watching from all around the world, thank you so much for joining. But New Zealand is a beautiful, beautiful place. And the Heart Foundation lottery sounds on the surface, it sounds like a really good cause. I don't know too much about that one, but I will definitely look into it. So thank you very much, Sherry France, for the generous super. Thank you very much. And I will definitely look into that lottery. There are lotteries all over the world. Which lotteries are you guys playing? Are you playing a lottery? If so, which ones? Or one? Let me know in this live chat. Timothy missed my question. You missed my question. Neon the Phoenix, what did I miss? What was the question that I missed? I definitely want to get to that. Luck is a term used by humans to explain unrealistic events, says the Mentalist. Thank you for your comment, the Mentalist. I love that. I love your name, by the way. Okay, German Lotto and Euro. Okay, Brewpack is playing German Lotto and Euro jackpot. Amazing. Awesome. I love Deutschland, by the way. I love Deutschland. Germany. Gotta love Germany. How to attract lottery numbers? I mainly play scratchers, says La Bria. What are your fitness goals? Asks Rubberman. Oh, Lotto 649 in Canada. Jack Dan Jewel. Thank you so much. What are my fitness goals? My fitness goals, half of what I do for fitness, why I do fitness, is because I like the way it makes me feel. It makes me feel better. It makes me feel happier, and that's kind of why I do it. The Sherry France, yeah, Sherry France nailed it right here. The runner's high. I mean, that's something that's real. But I love running. I love weightlifting. I love kickboxing. I love Muay Thai. So my fitness goals are to get better and better and break my, if it's running, I want to run further. I want to run faster. If it's weightlifting, I don't necessarily, my goal isn't to bulk up. So I wouldn't say to lift more, but just to be in good shape and just stay healthy. And with Muay Thai stuff, I would say it's to learn, because it's sort of like doing a puzzle. You're constantly, it's a learning process, and you do get in what they call the flow state in that too, and in different martial arts. So I think it's more about the experience of doing it, and just getting better and continuing to challenge myself to get better and to do that. I think it's healthy. Close to close to win my big lottery, more winners. Big lottery, more winners. I love that name. I love that name. We are going to get along. Big lottery, more winners with a $2 incredibly generous super. First of all, thank you very much. And big lottery, generous winner says, no, big lottery, more winners. Big lottery, more winners says, close to win 2 million by one, twice. Third time the charm. Wow. So it sounds like you got very, very close to hitting the big one twice. And so, yeah, I mean, they say the third time is the charm. There's that saying, but I've always found that to be true. I don't know what you guys think. I've always felt there's something to that. I don't know. It's fun. Absolutely. You definitely have I wish you good luck. I wish you good luck. And when the third time is the charm, come talk to me. Email my team. We want to hear more about it. Jameson Rucker with a $2 super. Jameson, thank you so much. When you hear Ohio, just know it's Mel forgot to say. When you hear Ohio, just know it's me. Oh, I see. So me exclamation point, forgot to say. Okay, Jameson Rucker from Ohio. So if there's a lottery winner in Ohio, when there is coming up, I'm gonna be looking up Jameson Rucker, because that's amazing. Jameson, thank you so much for the generous super. I really appreciate that. That's too kind of you. And I have a couple more minutes here, a couple more questions, and I do got to get going. Only in Ohio, says somebody, but do you still hunt for ghosts? JG, do I still hunt for ghosts? I haven't for a while, but I absolutely believe I have had so many experiences with on ghost hunting and that sort of thing. When I made produced this documentary a few years ago, going around the world looking for the world's most haunted places, and so I had some crazy experiences. So I find that topic very interesting. I don't necessarily hunt for. I mean, I just don't have a whole lot of free time right now, but I definitely am interested. If I go to a place that's notoriously haunted, then I could pull out the ghost equipment and see what we find. I don't know. Do you guys believe in ghosts? Hi Tim, Jameson. I'm from Ohio. Oh, so too. So might also be me. We can share. LOL with the Shamrock. Natalie 2222 with the 4.99 super. Natalie, thank you very much, Natalie. Thank you so much. That is very kind of you. And hello in Ohio. Hello in Ohio. Man, thank you so much for the generous super, and thank you for your support, Natalie. I really appreciate it, and I wish you good luck as well playing the lottery. And I hope that you'll remember me for an interview. I know that you will, Natalie. I have that feeling about you. Can you astral travel? Jack Dan Ewell with the astral travel question. That's a really interesting topic. It's so fascinating. I interviewed someone that is a remote viewer, which is a little bit different from astral traveling, but he has assisted police, I believe, and that sort of thing. He actually saw a bombing before. I don't know if it was before or as it was happening, but he was leading this group, and it was one of the earlier interviews I've done on this channel, and it was very interesting, that sort of thing, and how that can be measured through science as well, astral travel. I mean, I've had plenty of what I call dreams, but experiences where it feels as if you go out of your body in the dream state and then experience different things. Have you guys ever had that? It does happen to people, and it's really, really interesting. And especially when you can correlate that with something that then happens in real life or is happening as the dream's happening, which I've spoken about some of that on this channel. Very interesting topic, remote viewing, Captain Morgan. It is very interesting, for sure. It is very interesting. I've had so many, I mean, I've had one time that happened to me, and I had this dream where I went on my body and I saw these people, everything destroyed in this house. And then I found out like the next day that there was this marital dispute, and these people were getting a divorce, and I had this other one of someone cheating on somebody else. And just to correlate those things into what is actually happening when that happens, like, why would I just think about that? It's not like they're on my mind. So that type of thing is really interesting when it happens. It would be a feeling, and it's interesting to speak to quantum physicists and scientists about what actually is happening with that as well. Helen Hatzel said she was 5. She watched her grandfather's spirit sit up from the bed, met other family members in the room, and they all hugged and went through the wall together. Wow, I haven't heard that. That's pretty interesting. I've interviewed a couple near-death experience survivors on this channel. I have another interview with someone that literally died for an hour and came back to life that is coming up soon. But I've interviewed a couple people that has happened to, where they have died. One person, I think it was 11 and a half minutes, and the other person was for over 45 minutes, like dead. And that person was zipped up in a body bag, but his consciousness lived on, and he saw himself be put into this ambulance, and these paramedics were they thought he was dead. He was dead. He was blue. He was bloated. He wasn't breathing. Like everything, his heart had stopped. And so they zipped him up and they put him in this ambulance. And he now is reciting like what was happening. And he believes that he was communicating with one of the paramedics and convinced him to, unzip him and try to revive this guy. And it's a really incredible story. But you can check that out. There's a playlist on this YouTube channel for near-death experience interviews. If you're interested in that, I highly recommend that interview. It's very, very interesting. Okay. All right. Maybe one more question. I do have to get going, guys. Which has a better chance of winning, Powerball or Mega Millions? Ismail. Oh, that's the age-old question right there. Which has the better chance of winning? I mean, statistically speaking, with the odds, they're very similar, I believe, but I think whatever game feels best to you is what you should be playing. Did you notice any synchronicities the days before winning, JG? I did, JG. I did, and I've spoken about some of that on this. I don't want to repeat myself too much, but I did have some things happen with me telling people I was going to win, and other people telling me they thought I would, and some other experiences of just feeling very lucky and in the moment. Party time, says Chris M. That's right. Powerball has slightly better odds, says Claren Nanomi. Okay. Did you always play the lottery on your birthday? I do, says Rubberman. Wow. I think I mean, what a perfect day to play the lottery on your birthday. And people do win sometimes on their birthday, and it's incredible when that happens. And it almost always makes headlines if if they can do that. Some people are able to keep their story completely anonymous, but other people, the rules on anonymity and privacy really vary by the state and the country. The odds are on the California Lotto website. That's right. And if you play the lottery, the odds, like if you listen to the odds, if you believe in the odds, or if you're just interested in knowing what they are, statistically speaking, definitely, I mean, they're posted on the websites of the games, so you can definitely check that out. All right. All right. Odds Smods, says D27. Odds Smods. I like that. Because anything is possible. So odds Smods. We're going to leave it at that. Anything and everything's possible. Always play responsibly, though. If you do play the lottery, it is possible. Timothy, that is an intense to fill your neighbor's conflicts. I used to go through similar experiences when I lived at apartments. Sometimes we pick up other people's thoughts blocks. Neon the Phoenix. That's interesting. Thank you, Neon the Phoenix. That's really such an interesting topic. All right. So I need to. Oh, Manifest Yourself is here. I do need to get going, but I have to give a shout out to Manifest Yourself because Manifest Yourself has a really intriguing and incredible YouTube channel. If you haven't checked that out, you're going to want to check that out. Manifest Yourself is in this live chat here who says, "Hey, friend, thank you for those tips. Manifest Yourself, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your support." Manifest Yourself was one of the first supporters of this channel and what I'm doing here. And I just want to give a huge shout out and thank you very, very much. It's great to see you here in this live. So I do have to get going. Yes, all the love for Manifest Yourself. Tim, all right. So I do got to get going. But wherever you are watching from in the world, thank you so much for your support. This channel is a labor of love, but I'm so grateful for you watching, for your support, for your comments. If I didn't get to your question, I apologize, but you can go ahead and put that in the comments below this video because I love checking out your comments. The next interview coming soon is with Euro Millions winner Neil Trotter. Watch that interview coming up within the next few days, as well as some other interviews with other lottery winners and fascinating guests. But remember, anything and everything is indeed possible. And blessings to you wherever you are watching from around the world. Thank you so much and be well.